for setup and now I want to welcome our guests and visitors and our Zoom participants.
So clockwise, we got Dan Needham. Joy Jocko, Sunny Jocko, Sid Jocko, Lily Brown, Shannon Lai, and Greg Alexander from Lugano High School.
Hey everybody, today I have my partner Adele here. She said that she doesn't want to stand up. You want to say hi?
Hello. Okay, welcome. Time to mute all. And Laguna High School Student of the Month. And I see the rhino picture. You know, I didn't know that before, and I went onto the website, and that was interesting. So Lily and Sid.
Okay, this is a little late. We have 2 students this month. We missed a few I think along the way. So we have Lily Brown here and Sid Jocko, and Tori's a senior and Sid here. And let me see, I got some notes here. Well, both of these kids worked on the garden project, so the plants that we're selling over here, they were and selected. And one of the secret tomatoes that I thought nobody would buy, evidently we sold. And I was kind of great. I wasn't sure. Anyhow, so
That's encouraging.
yeah, I know. So let me start with Sid that is over here. Sid is a junior this year. She plans on going to the case next year, and she got interested in alternative learning. And she started a program at the school. I'm going to let her say a couple words about that. Is that okay, Sid?
Okay, so it's only a program, it's more of a club. It's for feminism, it's called the Pink Panther Club. So far we have about 10 members that show up every week. We do like little field trips sometimes. Right now we're doing like clothing swaps and stuff. We're also reading a book called Rage of the Commissar, The Power of Women's Anger. It's pretty good. We like read it for like listen to our audiobook for like 10 minutes, and then we have discussions about it and we should write it. It's pretty fun.
So Lily and I are old friends, right? And she's been a student on last year and participated in other things that we did last year. So it's good to have her here. Next year, she plans on going to JC and then on to Sonoma State, and you're interested in psychology. And you sell ice cream, which is a wonderful thing. Tell us a little bit about the ice cream and whatever else you want to talk about.
All right, I work at Angela's Ice Cream in Forestville. It's their brand shop. Honestly, it's really nice to just see that Forestville has become like this kind of strip where you can, kind of go get coffee, get beer, go get pizza, and have ice cream. It's really nice. It is becoming more of a tourist spot, but I kind of like it. You know how that is. What else? Oh, so I wanted to mention the teen clinic. I do work there as a peer educator. So basically we provide services for teenagers from, I think, ages 12 to 25. And it's really nice to just have that as an availability for people that, we have food, we have harm reduction services, we have sex education, and we also have doctors and therapists. And it's really nice to just have that for teenagers where, you know, you don't need that parent consent and all that, so it's really private, it's really nice.
You'll have plaques for each of the students, and it talks about their exemplary demonstration of respect, responsibility, and rigor. Now, you're starting a collection, right? You've got two now. There's a little sleeve for that. And we got one for you. We got a little bit of cash. Want 220s. And $50 to both of you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, Kathy, 8 years. On the 20s, yeah. Yeah, really.
My how time flies. I do everything in 4 years of my life. Anyway, so I guess I'll stay for another 4 years. I love it. I love Rotary. I love doing everything in Rotary. I love hands-on. I'll be a dishwasher. I'll do road traffic, whatever nobody wants to do, I'll do it. So, thank you.
Yeah, 21 years. Whoa.
I can drink now. Thank you, Jen, for sponsoring.
So glad you're here.
Thank you.
And what's the SF? Are you a fan there?
Well, they're not doing very well so far, but Giants.
Oh, so you're encouraging. I got it. Okay, thank you so much. Do you have a Rotary moment that's important to you?
Probably would be after Guys Can Cook when Harry and I cooked the ribs in the smoker, and there was all this food left over, and I gave it to a woman in the park. She walked away with this huge tray of ribs and was just thrilled to have something to eat. So that was pretty exciting.
Great. Okay, we do a lot for the community here. So do you. Thank you. Okay, Anthony. Come on up.
David, will you please come up as well?
Yeah, it's his fault.
Well, just like Jim thanked Dan, you're gonna very grateful. I always like to say the people who choose this club, it's like winning the lottery because we do have fun while we're doing the hard work of Rotary. And that's part of the charm of it. But we're so glad you chose to join our club. Have a nice pack here, but I noticed in the beginning, there's a quote by Paul Harris who said, "Whatever Rotary may mean to us, to the world, it will be known by the results it achieves." Paul Harris. And I thought today would be a good day to recite the 4-way test, don't you think? So let's reaffirm what it means to be a Rotarian, and it's here for those who don't have it memorized. Of all the things we think, say, or do, first, is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? Will it be beneficial to all concerned? So I can tell you firsthand, it will build goodwill and better friendships, and you'll feel great about the things we accomplish together. So I'm going to have David put your Rotary pin on. We hope you'll wear that pin, not just on Rotary Day, but in your travels. And if somebody asks you about Rotary, you can share with them this opportunity as well. I couldn't get it off, so yeah, it might be on that shirt forever. So Anthony's classification is zero waste. We have this certificate of membership for you, and we have this badge with a red ribbon, and there's certain things that we call it the fermentation, where you have to meet these obligations, and Brian's gonna help you through that, and they're easy. So, here's your badge.
Okay. That's good.
And then when you're done fermenting, you take that red ribbon off. Well, you're all decorated now. Would you all join me in welcoming our newest member, Anthony Harrigan? Welcome.
So glad you're here. I have somebody's phone. Do I get to keep it? Turn it off. Maybe a tomato can. Oh, okay. Okay, we had the post office and chamber work project, and it looks like I've done a beautiful job. And a lot of happy people from the club working on it. Thank you so much. Our community service does a lot for this club. And I want to thank Dan again because he puts a lot of this stuff together for us and reminds me to get it on my list all the time. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And I appreciate the pictures. Thank you, Kathy.
They're Bill's twins.
Oh,
Those are Bill's twins, and oh my gosh, they're adorable.
Aren't
And
they?
they're such hard workers, oh my gosh.
and so you had one of them take their hair blue, so you know who was who? Great, I love it. Okay, thanks, Bill. Your grandkids. Well, they're darling, and they're future Rotarians. Thank you. Okay, and it looks like there were some Sunday golfers. Appreciate the pictures again, Kathy. Yeah, that's great. Saturday, I said Sunday and Saturday. I think Friday? Friday. It was Friday. Okay, we said Saturday, so now we can both be wrong. That's good. Well, I'm not alone. Thank you. They won. Fantastic. Okay, well, that's terrific. The winners and our club winners. Thank you. Okay, and this made the news. We talked last week and really impressive. Appreciate it so much. And it's so good to remember our veterans, even not just Veterans Day, but through the year and all that they do for our country. Thank you, Bill. Okay, we have the district conference coming up. I'm going to be going up Friday and coming back fairly early Sunday morning if anybody wants a ride. I just thought I'd throw that out there. If you're going to district conference, you have about 10 days left to register, or and it's being shut down, but it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun up there at the Kanaka Resort in Lake County. So let me know if you want to ride up and back. Thank you. And the new club needs some help with the senior center vegetable garden that they're setting up. I didn't get I know someone sent me the time on that, I believe. It's, I know it's on the 24th and the 25th of this month. Does anybody know what time we're supposed to be there? 9 o'clock, okay.
We go all day.
And you go all day, both days? Or at least until it's done? You'll knock it out in a day? Okay. Next, near the library there at the senior center? Okay, yeah.
They're converting that ornamental type garden into that they will then use in their, that they serve meals to for members, so.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. So 9 o'clock on Monday and Tuesday mornings. And gee, if you knock it out on Monday, you won't have to come in on Tuesday. That's great. Thank you. Do we have any announcement?
I just want to say the Cinco de Mayo, I've been taking a survey, Diana, who's going to the conference. So Cinco de Mayo, Friday the 5th at Mexico window, you'll get the e-bike, and Rebuilding Together is the next day, Saturday. Thanks.
Thank you.
We still have some tomato plants back here. They're $2 each. We got spider plants like that one that I'm trying to get rid of. So I just lowered the price to $2. So if you want to get a spider plant. And next week, I think I'm going to have some more plants left over from the Men's Garden Club sale, which is this weekend at Covington.
Great. Thank you, Wayne. So we can stay after and get some plants.
I've been delegated by the Sebastopol Rotary to make sure everybody knows about their upcoming fundraiser on June 3rd. The title of which is very alliterative, but I cannot remember. It's Brews, that's it, Brews, Blues, and Barbecue. So it's at Ives Park, an all-day music festival, food, etc. on June 3rd. And there'll be information that you'll be able to get details from.
Okay, well, I'm going to move on because we have a speaker.
Cassie, and do we have details about we're building together? Where, what kind of work?
Yeah, it will be on Spring Hill Road. It will be replacing a fence. There will be wood to split. There will be yard clearing. So we need some skilled and some unskilled labor to move things around. So May 6th, we jointly with the veterans as well as with Lions and Kiwanis. That's a joint effort for rebuilding together. I haven't heard that part yet, usually. And then also, of course, we've got our own fundraiser, the Sloppy Joe's booth on Apple Blossom weekend. So we need people to sign up for setup, morning slots, afternoon slots on that. So everybody should have at least one slot or two on their calendar for. Okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you, Dave. I'm going to move on. I'm going to say thank you, Ophelia. I would like you to come on up for a minute and tell us what you're up to here.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm doing a little bit of fundraising right now. So I'm selling tamales, and some of you know I brought some on the tables, and I'm also selling some pastries because I was given a grant, so I'm trying to match that. But I just wanted to say thank you to everyone who tried them. I hope you enjoy them. We've got more in the back. I'll be here on again to give them out, but yeah. I'm giving out food and I hope you guys like it. Yeah, I'm excited.
Okay. How many tamales do I get for $20? 4, is that about right? Or 4 or 5, because you said they freeze.
Yeah, they do freeze.
Okay, here you go, save some for me, please.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ophelia, I'm gonna buy some from Michael McLaughlin.
Thank you so much.
So. And right now we have like in groups of 4 but we're thinking of putting them in groups of 6 and dozens. We have tons of different flavors present, like we've got cheese, we do pork, chicken, beans, salsa, whichever is your fancy, and just give me however much you think, all of it. So,
Thank you.
so,
Yeah, you can circulate with that anytime you want. That's great. Okay, we have Redwood Empire Food Bank coming on the 26th, Apple Blossom Parades coming up, and the festival, and of course the Sloppy Joe booth. Then we have the community service Zoom meeting on Monday the 1st, district conference on the 4th, and the Mexico Lindo restaurant also on the 5th, and rebuilding together on the 6th. So we have a busy schedule coming up. It's going to be fun. Next week, we have Richard Hertz. Very much. Thank you, Kathy. You're going to escort and chart. Oh, Charlie will do it. Okay.
Unfortunately, I missed the first part of that paragraph.
That's all. I was just looking for Kathy to escort him in since she's married to him. Okay, now have we figured out how we're doing Deborah here? She said something about doing this via Zoom.
Okay. So Deborah, we're gonna get you rigged up here. on Zoom.
Sounds
And
good.
Deborah is with Series. Sebastopol organization that's gone much wider, and they have big plans. He leads their fundraising communication teams, and that follows the professional career in retail management and merchandise planning at Macy's. Her personal interests in health and yoga later yoga and companies around the Bay Area. And her first experience with Series was as a volunteer, drawn to organization values which were good match with her. She joined as staff in 2011 and assumed the current position in 2012. She played key roles in Series' response to disasters, including the wildfire and COVID-19. She is a member of the Communications Development Committees of the National Food is Medicine Coalition and the Communications Committee of the California Food is Medicine Coalition. She has a PA in political science from the University of California, Santa Barbara, and she lives in Sebastopol. So Deborah, welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. So, can somebody give me a heads up? Can you hear me okay? I'm seeing in the chat that there's a sound issue.
I think we're good at this end, Deborah. We can hear you.
Okay. Great.
You're on.
And Jim was chatting that he couldn't hear. Can you hear me okay, Jim?
Yes, I can. Thank you.
Okay, good. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for inviting me to your club meeting this morning. I'm thrilled to be with you virtually. And let me just start off by asking, and maybe somebody can tell me since I'm not in the room, who in the space has heard of Series Community Project before? Or maybe I should say, is anybody not familiar with Series? All right, I can't see all of you. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview of what we do. And let me see if I can share my screen. Great, thank you. So, sorry, let me swap to another. There we go. Can you see my Zoom? Oh no, yeah, there we go. Okay, so we are a series community project. And this is our mission statement. We create health for people, communities, and the planet through love, healing food, and empowering the next generation. And we were founded right here in Sebastopol in 2007. At the our first kitchen was in the community church out on Gravenstein Highway North. And we were founded around the principle that we still hold dear today. We have a unique overlapping program that combines youth development with a home delivered medically tailored meal service. We've delivered over 1 million meals all throughout Sonoma and Marin counties since 2007, including more than 200,000 meals last year. That was our biggest year yet. So I'm going to kind of skip around a little bit and through some of these slides, but I do want to play this short video for you, so because it's probably a little bit more engaging than just hearing me speak, to see some of the teens in the garden and hear from some of our clients. And let me know if you can hear the sound. Can you guys hear the sound?
No.
Okay. Wait 1 second here. Sorry about that. All right, let's hope you can hear it now.
Yes.
Welcome to Series Community Project, where teen volunteers.
Oh boy, sorry. Midway through my morning coffee and
work alongside adult mentors to grow organic produce, then transform it into delicious and nourishing meals for people in our community who are seriously ill.
Today, we operate 3 kitchens and 2 organic gardens in the North Bay, and we've trained more than a dozen communities around the United States and Denmark to replicate our model.
It's teaching them skills, how to cook, how to handle food, how to grow the food, why we use organics, why we focus on organics. It also teaches them about social issues, about empathy and caring for others, and that you can make a difference through your efforts.
The way that I've learned to work together with other people here will stay with me the rest of my life. It's honestly a wonderful experience.
Every cabbage grown and every meal made gives our youth an opportunity to gain skills, confidence, and leadership. Friendships are formed among people of all ages, from all walks of life, and our clients tell us again and again that they can feel the love in the food.
We've learned a lot, and now we're building on that knowledge to support the policy level changes that are needed so that many more people will have access to the kind of services that we provide to our clients here at Ceres.
It was a meal that was there for me that I didn't have to worry about. I didn't have to worry about what the ingredients were, or they're going to be good or bad for me, because they took care of all of that. They've totally changed the way that I eat and my diet. It only took one day of me eating, go like, hey, I think I can do this. I think I can use this food, and they provided it for me, and they provided it for me free, free of charge. And people who really can't afford food, or when they do get out of the hospital, it's the perfect thing for them.
Our meals are designed by nutritionists to meet the medical needs of our clients facing illnesses like cancer and congestive heart failure. We use organic ingredients, sourced from local farms as much as possible, as part of our commitment to care not just for individual health, but also for the health of our community and planet.
From delivering meals to our neighbors to talking with our legislators in Sacramento and Washington, D.C., we're working together to build a food and healthcare system that's just, sustainable, and accessible to everyone. We don't do any of this work alone. Ceres Community Project has always been a reflection of the power that we have when we come together as a community around our shared values: compassion, respect, and generosity. Please join us.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry. There we go. So that was a little bit about Ceres, and there are many, many ways to get involved in our work, from receiving meals to being an adult volunteer to letting people know about our services. We had almost 300 teens involved last year at our 3 kitchens and our 2 gardens, and more than 600 adult volunteers. So like Catherine, our founder and CEO, said, Ceres really is a reflection of all of us coming together as a community. Charlie mentioned something exciting about Ceres, and so let me talk about that a little bit. We grew a lot during the pandemic, and we thought that the demand for our meals would go down as the pandemic waned, but it hasn't. In fact, last year we served more meals than we had even at the height of the pandemic. We scaled from 80,000 meals a year in 2019 to 203,000 last year. And because we've worked so hard to help build the case for medically tailored meals as a healthcare intervention, now the state of California is actually covering meals for some Medicare patients, Medi-Cal patients, I should say, which is the health insurance program for low-income Californians. And physicians can now prescribe those meals for patients with certain healthcare conditions, and the health plan will pay for them. So Ceres is proud to hold a contract with Partnership Health Plan of California. And now some of our meals, the funding for some of our meals, comes from that contract. So if any of you have visited the Sebastopol kitchen lately, you might have noticed that it's pretty crowded there. The walk-in refrigerator is overflowing practically. The same thing is true at our Santa Rosa kitchen. Thankfully, we just moved into a new kitchen space, a new leased kitchen space in Novato that will give us some breathing room for the next few years. But to plan for Ceres' future, our board decided about 18 months ago to explore building a new campus. And that's what we're working on right now. We've identified a piece of land in Southwest Santa Rosa and are actively working on plans for that new campus, including fundraising. We believe that this is going to be the home for Ceres for the next 20 to 30 years. And so we're planning a facility that's 18,000 square feet, and that will allow us to scale up from 200,000 meals to 800,000 meals all throughout Sonoma and Marin counties, and also to move into Southern Lake County, Napa, and Solano to serve Partnership Health Plan members there. It's an exciting project also because we carefully chose the location to be accessible to as many youth as possible. The location is within 15 minutes of 6 major high schools at 3:30 in the afternoon, including some of the most diverse high schools in the county. We plan to close our facilities in our other sites, except for the Sebastopol garden, and consolidate from 3 kitchens into 1, allowing us to be more efficient and reduce our cost per meal, and also allowing our staff and our volunteers to come together under 1 roof to celebrate together and to work together rather than being in 3 different sites. So that's a little bit about what we're up to at Ceres, and I want to give you all some time to ask questions. And so I'll do that now. I see a hand raised. Go.
Where is your Sebastopol garden located?
The Sebastopol garden until last year was behind O'Reilly Media. Some of you may know that O'Reilly where O'Reilly Media is, there are 3 parcels of land. There's the parcel with the buildings on it, and the additional 2 parcels that are currently in Apple Orchard and the Sebastopol Garden have been sold for a real estate development. So we looked long and hard for a new home for the garden, and thankfully found it at the Sebastopol Charter School, which is just outside the city limits on county land, right at the corner of Mill Station and 116. And so thankfully we've partnered with them. And last year we moved the garden. So it's been there just over a year on an 1.5 acres. And it's amazing. It was amazing to see how our community transformed that from an empty field that used to be pasture land into this thriving garden. Yes.
I don't want to rain on the parade of your planners, but you can't get anywhere in West County in 15 minutes at 3:15 in the afternoon. High school getting out, and there's so much traffic, it's just not going to work.
Well, we tested it. So we actually had staff and volunteers go and drive from this site to schools. And that's about what it took at that time of day. But yes, I agree. Traffic is an issue for sure. This location also is a little bit more accessible. There's a little bit more public transit in the area than there is at our current 2 Sonoma County kitchens. So we hope that'll make it more accessible for youth who rely on public transit.
Deborah, I don't think you mentioned where that new facility is going to go.
Yeah. So the plot of land is on Apollo Way. It's in the Corporate Center Parkway area of Southwest Santa Rosa off Sebastopol Avenue. If you're familiar with Kaiser's Mercury Way facility, it abuts that property.
Hi. Question for you. Over the years, I even delivered food for Siri, so it's a tremendous organization. It's very enjoyable to do that kind of work. But I have a question because I've seen that state-of-the-art commercial kitchen that's sitting there next to the fire department. So what are the plans for those kitchens that you're going to be abandoned? What's going on with that? And what kind of budget are we looking at for a facility that you're talking about is capable of 800,000 meals a year? It doesn't seem like it'd have to be a lot more automated, is what I'm saying. So what kind of budget are you looking at to put a building like that online?
So the Sebastopol kitchen is the sole building that we currently own. And we will be selling that building and moving out of it. And I don't know at this point, because we're not going to sell it until we've moved into the new facility, who will end up, what kind of market there will be for that facility and who might want to buy it. And obviously there are zoning issues that will dictate in part what can be done with that building. And yes, the new building will, as we grow into up towards that 800,000 meals, which won't happen overnight or even in the first couple of years, the budget will grow as well. Right now, our budget is just under $5 million a year. It'll actually get, our budget will grow, but our cost per meal will go down because of the efficiency of being under one roof. And right now we have some duplicative staff. Each kitchen has a site manager and 2 associate chefs and 2 kitchen assistants. And we won't have to have that duplication of staff among the different kitchens.
Thank you. How do people qualify for your services and are most of them, if they have some kind of illness or their doctor contact you, or can you go through the procedure and what population you serve?
Yes, of course. Thank you. So we do serve people who are going through an illness. And traditionally, most of the clients that we served were going through treatment for cancer. That was usually the largest share of our clients. We served people traditionally with an acute illness or going through an acute stage of a chronic illness. And during COVID, we expanded our mission to also serve people who were dealing with a chronic illness as well. So now a lot of our clients are in treatment for heart disease, COPD. They may have diabetes, and many of our clients are dealing with more than one health condition. We're still serving just as many meals to cancer clients as before. So really, it's people who are ill. They either have a complex diagnosis that makes it really difficult for them to know how to cook for themselves, or they're too ill to be able to shop and cook for themselves. For many of our clients, it's difficult to stand for long enough to cook a healthy meal. And people hear about us from all different ways: word of mouth, a neighbor who tells them about Ceres, a medical provider, a social worker, and increasingly, because we are offering meals that are medically tailored, and we want to make sure we know about the whole picture of what's going on with our clients, we operate through a system of medical referrals. And that's because if somebody calls us and says, I'm going to be starting cancer treatment and I'd like to get meals, they may also have high blood pressure. They may also have diabetes. And we want to make sure that we're sending them meals that are appropriate. And so increasingly, we're getting medical referrals. 83% of our clients received meals completely free of charge last year. And then if people are over a certain income, over 200% of the federal poverty level, we offer meals on a sliding scale that starts at $10 a week. And Ceres is unique because there are no age restrictions to receive meals. So 40% of our clients are actually under the age of 60 and wouldn't qualify for a service like Meals on Wheels. And our client age has gone down as we've reached out to offer service to people with chronic illnesses.
We have time for one more question.
Hi, thank you for what you're doing for those in need. I stumbled across a series cookbook in my library the other day. We're trying to cook vegan, and I'm just curious if you offer the recipes to your clients when they're feeling better and can cook, or for their families who can maybe replicate the good food that you're providing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another thing that's unique about Ceres is we offer meals for the whole household, not just for the client. And we do have 2 cookbooks that we've published, one of which came out 2 years after we started, and our fan base in Sebastopol sent it all over the world. And that launched our affiliate partner program because other communities started calling us and saying, we want to do something like this outside Chicago. And so now we have, as was mentioned in that short film, affiliates even in Denmark and all around the country. And our cookbooks are in most local libraries. Clients, when they receive their bag of meals, also get a nutrition bite every week that has a recipe for one of the items in their bag and a little bit of nutrition information, so that over the course of receiving all their meals, they get a collection of recipes. We also have recipes on our website available to everyone in our blog. And clients in certain programs, like right now, we're running a pilot with West County Community Health Centers for low-income women with at-risk pregnancies to study what will be the effect if they receive medically tailored meals, produce bags, prenatal and postpartum for 4 weeks after their baby's born. Good results on that so far. They get a copy of our cookbook so that they have some ideas about how to use those produce bags that we're delivering to them.
Thank you very much, Deborah.
Thank you, everybody. And I'll put my email address in the chat. And if anyone else has any questions or you'd like to come for a tour of our kitchen or garden, please reach out to me. And I wish you all a good day. Thanks again for having me.
Thank you, Deborah.
There we go. We've got to choose a red marble here. Gary, are you available?
Yeah. Not mine. So There was actually a car before Tesla made it popular that caught on fire and drove itself. Does anyone remember? The car before Tesla that caught on fire and drove itself. Anyone remember what that is? You gotta be a Stephen King fan. Christine. I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
All right, there's some, I don't see money in here. Did anybody, buy a ticket today? Yeah, they did. Okay, Carrie, could you come on up and help me with this, please?
Yeah.
We'll go.
Okay, see, better. So,
Okay.
your 2023 San Francisco Giants. I was about to start on this, he's not here.
Okay.
The winning ticket is. The two of them, so I'm gonna go back and get. These things stick together. The winning ticket is 214099. Suppose that's the ticket that Nick bought for you? Yeah, well, you're right. There you go.
That marble's warmer.
I bet you that's not quite. Nice try, thank you. And
So Sarah,
she's under, she's not,
another chance to win.
she's under 18.
Okay, well, you can have somebody else. grab it.
There you go. Nick will do his stuff.
Okay, very good. Okay, thank you, Terry. Okay, well, we did it the other way around. Thanks for the joke. Yeah, you want to repeat the joke? No, we don't have to repeat it.
For 2023 Oakland Athletics.
Okay, thank you so much, Terry. All right. How about a song? Lead it on.